This tutorial, it's about library management and specifically how to create a library and setting it up with categories, subcategories, and also adding the icon for each of the subcategories. So I'm gonna go inside my toolbox and I want to create a new library. So I want to go into the library management, click on the yellow button libraries, and we've got a list of library there, and I'm going to create a new one that I will call Photo 2015, and I want to use it for families and holidays and friends and things like that. So add library on the blue button, and I'm going to give it a name. Okay, and if I save it, okay, it's saved, it's active, but the icon it's not good. So I'm gonna change this, going back to the library management. It's activated. I'm gonna change the logo to the yellow button. So I just want to use one of the photos that I've got somewhere. That will do the job. Okay, save. Now it's better. So this is all ready to go. The only thing is I need now to add some categories and subcategories. So we are doing this in the setup area, which is the green button. One click on this. Initially there is two categories and subcategories, and we're going to delete them a little bit later on. It's just for the initialization. So I'm going to click add. I want to add my first category, which is going to be family. I want to have three basically main categories: family, friends, and holidays. And inside family is going to be mom, dad, sister, uncle, and in friends the name of some of the friends. So click add on category, and the first one is family. Enter. Okay. So as soon as I've created the first one, I can delete number 1 and number 2. Select number 1, click remove. Select number 2, click remove. If you're trying to delete some category or subcategories that contain some sightings or tracks that you already created, it will let you know you won't be able to do this. So you have to delete all the sightings and tracks, all the data you've selected in a specific category, subcategory, to be able to delete them. I'm going to create another main category, and this one is friends. And I'm going to create, oh no, sorry, I made a mistake. Remove this, add it again, friends. Okay, and I'm going to add another one called holidays. Okay, 3 main categories. So that's not good enough. We need to create some subcategories for each of them. So that's why you really have to think about how you're going to organize your library first before creating things and thinking, oh no, it's not right. Just think about it, and it will save you a lot of time in the future. So I've selected family first, and I'm going to add on the right side a subcategory. So the first one is going to be mom and dad. Okay, by default it's giving us the same logo that we use. We're going to change that a little bit later on, but I'm going to keep on adding some subcategory for family. Family, so now I'm going to use sister, and one last one just for the example, uncle. Okay, family got 3 subcategories. So I'm gonna go to friends, and I'm gonna add another subcategory, maybe Jimmy. Yeah, add again, maybe Helen, and maybe Ben, and maybe one last one, Mike. Okay, good. And the holidays, I'm gonna do a specific one for Bali, another one for France, and another one for New York. Okay, so we got family with 3 subcategories, mom and dad, all that. Friends the same with 4 different subcategories, and there's 3 subcategories for holidays are Bali, France, and New York. So very simple to set up. The last thing we haven't done yet, and we have to set for each subcategory what icon we want attached to them, so we'll be able to recognize them on Google Earth, and it will be much easier. So for mom and dad, Maybe let's think about it. Family, everything family gonna be sort of red. Friends yellow, and maybe holiday is gonna be green. Okay, let's think about that. So, and maybe it's a different one gonna be the different in the shape. It's up to you. You do whatever you want. So, mom and dad, change the icon. So family, mom and dad is selected. Change the icon. And there is a list of icons already created for you. So I'm gonna go inside icon, letters and numbers. And straight away I want to use, for example, circle, okay, for mom and dad. And I said family will be red, so I'm going to red, and I just want an empty one. This one, big red. Like that, simple as that. For sister, I'm going to stick to red, so I select sister, but I'm going to have a different shape. So I'm going to change the icon. So I'm going to go up, maybe a square, red, and why not with an S in the middle for sister. So all the data you're going to put inside family sister will be with that icon. Everything you're going to put inside mom and dad will have this color. And uncle, I'm going to change the icon, and I'm going to use a diamond, red, and maybe for uncle with a U. Something like that. So we have now different icon. That's pretty good. Very straightforward and very useful in the future. I'm going to quickly do the same thing with friends. So maybe Jimmy, I'm going to use this something simple. I'm going to stick to one shape, and I'm just going to change the letter in the middle. You can create your own icon as well. It's not hard to do. And so I'm going to change the icon for Jimmy. Everything friend, I said yellow. And I want to use, no, sorry, I'm going to go up, letters and numbers. I all want to, maybe going to use triangle up, yellow. And Jimmy, I want to use a J. Yep, okay, for Jimmy. Helen, change the icon. I'm in the right category. I'm going to use an H. There we go. Ben, with a B. And Mike with an M. Okay, Mike, Ben, Helen, all this is good. And I'll finish quickly on holiday. Bali, change the icon. I said I will use green, so I might just use a circle. Everything's going to be green. And what does I say? Bali, so B. Okay, France, an F, and New York with an N. Okay, that's pretty much it for our database. You can create your own photo as well. It could be an Eiffel Tower for this. You can use whatever you want for icons. It's better off having something pretty clear in the color, because pictures are pretty small in Google Earth, so you want to be sure you recognize them straight away. So I know that it will be very easy for me to see the difference between all the different subcategories with a letter in the middle as well. It's very useful. Now, of course, you've done all this, and maybe you're not going to remember what are the legend, basically, of your library. So there is a little thing there. You can use this legend document. It will basically create a Word document for you with as a list. So if I click on legend document, it should start create a Word document for you where you will have all the details of your library. Here it is. So family, mom and dad, this icon. Family, sister, this icon. So depending on the category and subcategory, you have different things. So you can print that if you want, or do whatever you want with it. But it's pretty useful when you have a big list and don't remember, or you want to send it to someone. They will know what's the story. Okay, so basically finish our database. So what's going to happen is that I will now click OK. When I'm going to click OK, you'll have to do some work. The software have to do some work to create the library itself. So I'm going to click OK. And it was telling you something, the network has to be rebuilt, network link. So I just click OK. Every time you change this might take a while, so just be patient. And the bigger the database, the bigger the library, the longer it takes, but it's no big deal. And here it is. We finish creating our library. One last thing we have to do now is to create the link in Google Earth that will allow us to see the data inside Google Earth. Because if I'm going to look to Google Earth now, I don't have this new LAN-ASC Toolbox library. There's no link between Google Earth and our library. So we do this in going back to the library, going to Setup, and this library is activated, and the only thing we have to do is to send all the layers to Google Earth. So that's this button here. So if I click on this, it will automatically send into temporary places in Google Earth the folder containing a link to our library. And what we just have to do is, maybe I got all my thing in there, I'm going to move it into this folder and it will be in there. Of course, this library is empty, so even if you activate it, nothing will appear on the map because there is no sightings. You will see that there is 4 folder inside the library. It's because you can have different view depending on the filtering you want to set up. So, but at the beginning, I will recommend just to delete the 3 last one that you don't need, and there will be some other tutorial on how to use them. And I can see inside my library set up properly. Now you have your link within Google Earth, and if you quit Google Earth, it will come back every time. You just have to do that once to create the link, and then you're done. And just to check that the database it's all completely created, we are going to have a look inside our database. So we're going to click on the blue button, and we can see straight away that there is nothing in it, but we got all our different category, family, mom and dad, and the icon with the right color here. Same thing for the other thing. Friends, same thing. So we know our library has been created properly. We just have to put some data in it.